Hey guys, alright, so today is now Tuesday. I have been up since about, God, 6 o'clock, 6:30. I made my appointment for my blood work at 8:30, so I got up and did that a little early, I might add. 6:30 was a little early. And after that, came home, we went to get the car, took the car to get looked at for the transmission, and Dan took it to another place now. The first guy said it would be about $600 to fix, which, considering what we think is wrong with it, is pretty fair. And, we're trying to keep it under $1,000 if we possibly can. But, so yeah, he took it to another place and is going to get another opinion on it and see. We'll go from there. But, right now I'm just getting myself psyched up for tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it and the closer tomorrow is coming, it's like, oh my God, I don't want them to put a needle in my foot. I don't want them to put a needle in my foot. But, my glasses keep falling down. If that's what it comes to, that's what it comes to. If that's what's going to take care of the pain, then that's what I'll do. So, and I keep looking out the window. But anyway. Alright, I'll be back in a sec, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't know. I don't know what he wants to do when he gets back, and, crazy. It's just crazy. Hey, guys. Alright, so today is now Wednesday. I was supposed to have my appointment this morning with the podiatrist, and it didn't pan out. I got up at 6:30, just so I could have plenty of time to get moving and get loosened up and get my body in gear, as it were. And just as we were getting ready to leave, I looked at my phone, and apparently they had called at some point. I was either out front or in the bathroom or something, and wanted me to call them back. So I called them back before we left, and it's a good thing I did, because they canceled the appointment. So they rescheduled the appointment for Friday at 1:15, because I wasn't about to get up at 6:15 again, be there at 8:45. And a few minutes after that, the girl from the main office called back to confirm that appointment. And then 10 minutes after that, the other girl called back to let me know that, okay, he's going to be in surgery at that time. Do I mind coming back in at 8:15 in the morning? So I got to do the 8:15 thing again and hope they don't cancel again. So there's that. And I didn't sleep very well. I was up. I went to bed about 11:30, and then Dan finally went to bed about 12:30 or 1. So I started falling asleep probably about 2. And then the normalcy started around here. When I say normalcy, I'm talking about activity that goes on in the house. And I've spoken of that before, certain things that go on. But anyway, apparently they were up in here having a damn party, because it was like one thing after another. A pop here, a creak there, a crack there, and a bang here. And it took a while to get to sleep. But anyway, yeah, the spirit world is real, guys. I've been living it here for the last going on 18 years. Anywho, so I finally got to sleep, and then I kept waking up. I guess I was just thinking about it in the back of my mind. It was like I woke up at 3:15, and I woke up again about 4, and a couple times after that before the alarm went off at 6:30. So hopefully Friday will be a charm. I need to get this done. I need to get it looked at, and I'm hoping I'm going to rethink if we do the cortisone shot route, I'm going to rethink that, because I don't think I can do that, because we're leaving this weekend. I can't have a cortisone shot and have my foot hurting worse for a couple of days before the medicine takes in and starts doing what it's supposed to do, because I'm not going to be here, and I can't go in and out of that camper, especially with Frida, taking her in and out to go potty and stuff. I just got to wait and see what happens. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But in any case, I was supposed to go, didn't go, and here we are. So, yeah. non-shaved, hair ain't, nothing. I mean, whatever. I'll be back. Okay, guys. So I feel a little bit better than I did earlier. We are at my little spot, my barbecue spot, and the sign. I don't know where the sign went. Anyway, we're at my barbecue spot. So I'm getting my pulled pork and my, and there's hardly anybody here. But my pulled pork, my baked beans, my cream spinach, and my Texas toast. So I'm happy now. As long as he hurries up and gets out here so I can get home and eat it. Alright, so today is Saturday. And yeah, we have had, vlog-wise, kind of a strange week. I think I started it out Tuesday when I got the blood work done. And then I had an appointment for the next day for Wednesday at the podiatrist's office. That didn't work out. And yeah. Now, in that clip, I need to explain something real quick. I made a comment in there about not being able to sleep and, you know, having our friends, as it were, keeping me up for a while. And I know a lot of people believe in that stuff. A lot of people don't believe in that stuff. And, you know, it's like, to each their own. But, you know, they do exist. They do live with us. And that's it. And sometimes they keep me awake. So there's that. You know, if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, I don't need any comments of that's not real. It doesn't exist. It's in your head. Any of that. So, anyway. Alright, so I did make it to the podiatrist's office yesterday. And a couple of things. Number one, because I can't remember some of this stuff. But like I had suspected, I do have the plantar fasciitis. Plantar fasciitis, I should say. I was pronouncing it wrong. With that, he, well, let me tell you what he did. He did the, you know, was maneuvering my foot in certain ways and stretching it and all this kind of stuff and filling up, you know, behind my foot, you know, up on my calf a little bit. And he said that it was like really, really extra tight. And he was feeling around on the heel and feeling all the pressure points and where it hurt the worst and all this stuff. And then in the middle of the foot where the plantar fasciitis is. And it was uncomfortable, but not bad, you know, and he kind of felt that kind of odd. So that's when he was doing all the stretching stuff and all that good stuff. But he did decide to do the cortisone shots too. And I was a little nervous. I was expecting the worst. And he sprayed it with the freeze spray and put the needle in. He goes, you'll feel a poke, and once I get in, it'll be uncomfortable. So I didn't feel it when he put the needle in, and he was in there for a few minutes. Well, not a few minutes, but, you know, however long. A little while. And he looks up at me. He goes, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, you know, go ahead and do it. And well, I'm done. And he just looks at me. He goes, all right. Well, okay. Is basically what he said. And he did the other one above the heel in the side, kind of like, oh God, what do you call that bone? Anyway, there's a nerve like up above your heel on the side. So he goes, now this one you are going to feel it, so I apologize in advance, whatever. Said okay. So he froze it with a freeze spray and put the needle in. Nothing. He was injecting it, and he goes, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you feel that? I'm like, I feel the medicine a little bit, but not really hardly enough to even say I feel it. And he finished it up, pulled it out, and he's like, okay. So at that point, that was his confirmation that along with the plantar fasciitis, I have, pronouncing this right, I hope, tarsal tunnel syndrome. And basically what that is, it's basically like carpal tunnel in your wrist. It's carpal tunnel in your foot, basically, is what it boils down to. So, and then he's got the Achilles tendonitis, left foot. Aqua. God, I don't. God, what is this? Equinus deformity of foot, which basically just means all the stuff going on is, basically what it boils down to. So I don't think it's anything extra. So basically, it's just plantar fasciitis, the Achilles tendonitis, and the dorsal tunnel syndrome. So he wrote me a script for. I don't know if it's going to be. It's a splint of some sort, but I don't know if it's one that I wear with a shoe. It just keeps me from bending my foot up or down a certain way or forces it or something. Or if it's one that goes more like a slip-on type deal. I don't know, I'm not sure. But I have to go. I went yesterday after the appointment, and they couldn't get me in till Monday afternoon. I'm like, that's not going to work because we're not going to be here Monday. So she said, well, wonder how long we would be gone, and I told her, and she says, well, I can make it for this date, and that would be the date after my follow-up date with him, so that wouldn't work, trying to explain to the doctor why I didn't get this done. So yeah. We made it for Monday morning, and I got to be there bright and early because right after we get that done, we're out of here. So there's that. And yes, I'm in the camper. So in case you didn't know, in the driveway, but I'm in the camper. We brought it home yesterday after I got done with the doctor's office, and I cleaned it up. Normally when we take it out and we bring it back, I give it a quick wipe down and everything's clean. But since we had it back, we had all that work done on the slide, and people in and out kind of got it dirtied up, and I don't like that. Now I got to re-sterilize, so I got to vacuum the carpets, do the floors, the countertops, bathroom, anything that was touched by other hands whom I don't know. Yeah, so I got to sterilize it, but that won't take very long because it's not a very big space, obviously. So, but anyway, okay, let me try about that. I keep forgetting this particular camera is one of the cameras that has like a timer on it, and it shuts off after 3 minutes. But anyway, so I reset it. But, so yeah, that's what's going on. Now, the shot, the cortisone shots have helped already. My foot is not sore. It was a little tender when I got up this morning. I did get up during the night, early this morning, about 6, and had the back of my heel was hurting pretty bad, so I had to get up and walk that off, and that didn't take but just a minute, and lay back down, and then got back up about 9, so, yeah. Anyway, what I was saying, so yeah, we brought the camper home yesterday, and I got to get all that stuff done, get it sterilized, and Dan's got some mechanical work to do on the wheel bearing. I think a wheel bearing is going, or something with one of the wheels. And that's it. That's pretty much it. Just going to get out of here, go relax a little bit, and then get back. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Back to the foot thing. He did say that, we're going to do the boot thing, we're going to do, or the splint thing, and do the exercises, and then maybe another round or two of the cortisone treatments, depending on how long they last. And if that doesn't do it, he'll have to go in and do surgery, at least on the tarsal tunnel. So, which would not be fun, because I think it's a good little incision in the kind of side of your foot to get in there and do that. And at which point he said, depending on how bad the other was while he was already in there, he would just go ahead and do them both at the same time and be done with it, which would be the thing I would want to do, obviously, instead of having to do the surgery to fix one thing and then still have issues with the other. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the shots will do pretty good, and between the boot or the splint or whatever, um, it should be okay. But how about they got me in there, and they do this every time. I gotta tell them to fix that. They do your vitals, and they got my height is 6'6". That is definitely not true. Weight 150, about right. Body mass index 24.21. Temperature is 97.87. Heart rate was 86, which is excellent for me, because normally mine's very, very fast. Blood pressure was 133/84. I don't know what RR is. 16. Oxygen saturation 97. Pain scale was a 5 because it wasn't, for me it was a 5. Now, let me explain that. For somebody who is not used to pain, like an AS person, and anybody who deals with fibromyalgia and all this stuff know what I'm talking about. A pain scale of 5 for us would be at least a 9 or a 10. 8 to 10 for the average person who does not deal with certain issues. So, and he kind of figured that out when he was squeezing the foot and, and all that stuff. So, but yeah, that is about it. Anyway. So yeah, that is it. And I'm sorry about the babbling in the other few clips. I was just, especially that second one, because I was a little mad. I was a little upset that day. And I'm not too upset, but upset enough. And so yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to get cracking in here, get this place cleaned up a little bit, get it wiped down and vacuumed and all that. And I got to clean out the refrigerator. Well, not clean, I got to wipe down the fridge. Do the bathroom real fast. And I think everything's going to be done on my part, on my end in here. And then he's got to deal with his stuff outside. But yeah, back to the whole paranormal thing in the house. Like I said, I know people. Some people believe it, some people don't, and if you don't, that's fine, but don't leave any negative comments of saying that is not real, it's fake, it's all in your head. It's a sin to believe in that thing, it's a, type of thing, it's the devil, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. It's, it is a proven fact. They do exist. Some people have them, some people don't, and some people who have never experienced it are not open enough to experience it. And some people are more open to experience it and deal with other things in that, in that space, as it were. I guess I'm just way more sensitive than others. I don't know. I see, feel, hear things more than a lot of people do. Dan doesn't really. He has seen a few things in the house. He did see a shadow one time. He's heard things in the house. But, I've had a few extra things happen. We do, okay, for instance, we call her Dorothy because we think her name is Dorothy. We think it's the previous owner of the house. They were the only owners, her and her husband, before we moved in. And there for a while, the thing was the water in the bathroom would come on by itself. Just at random times. And finally I got mad about a year and a half ago, and I'm like, all right, this is enough. You're going to get, you need to get a job, pay the water bill. And I was just going off because it gotten to a point, it was happening all the time. And, it's like, don't do this anymore, stop, and it stopped. It hasn't happened to me, well, 1 or 2 times since then. Now, the thing is, the thermostat will go all the way to 50. We normally keep it on 77 during the day, 76 at night so I can sleep. And there'll be times it's like, damn, it's getting cold in here. We'll go look, and the thermostat's been turned on down to 50. So we thought there was something wrong with the thermostat, had it replaced. Since then, we've had work done on the outside unit. You guys know that. And a few other times. Basically, we're on the fourth thermostat They all do the same thing. And so there's nothing wrong with the thermostat. It just goes down to 50. So that's the new thing. And no, it is what it is. I know some people believe it, some people don't. If you don't, fine. If you do, hey, whatever. But anyway, I'm going to get off here for now and get this rendered in the computer, get it added to the other clips I already have in the computer, and that's it. I will see you guys later. After this, you probably won't see anything until we get... Correction. I will start filming the day we leave and kind of a little bit of the process and stuff of the day we leave and what takes place with that, because sometimes it can be pretty comical. And then once we get to where we're going, once we get set up and get everything plugged in and turned on and everything put in its place where it has to be, because I got stuff back there on the bed now that actually goes in here in the living room area. But it has to be on the bed because I got like a little bookshelf that the TV goes on. So the TV and the bookshelf are on the bed in the back because it can't be up during travel. So, but I got to take it off anyway because I got to wash the bedding. But yeah, there's quite a bit to it. So I'll start filming that, and then once we get there, I'll get set up. Then I'll film a little bit more and show you guys how everything looks when everything is done. And once we get Miss Farida settled in, she loves it. She absolutely loves it. So, alright, let me get off here for now. I love you all. Sorry about the battling. Sorry about the weird vlog. It's kind of awkward this time. And but I'll pick it back up next week. I'll probably, after this, you'll see... well, you're going to be seeing this Sunday night, tomorrow night. So, once we get there, depending if I can find a McDonald's or someplace to upload, Monday or Tuesday, I'll see you then. Alright, love you guys. Take care. Be safe.